This was wrong on so many levels. Matter of fact, it was on such a level wrong. It was next level wrong. That's how wrong it was. Hey, welcome back to My Twisted Lyf of Poetry. I am Poetry. You are here for an America's Next Top Model Cycle 24 Season Finale, Episode 14, Next Level Fierce. We are done. We are done, y'all. We are wrapping up this cycle. And I am so happy to be wrapping it up. Yes, I am. As I stated in last week's recap, this episode is the runway show in which I attended. When they announced it to us, they said that it was the final 12 moving into the house. And I guess it's because they showed us the 12 girls who actually moved into the house, but this really was the final runway. So that's how I'm going to go ahead and interpret that now, instead of keep saying that they just lied to us. So, after this recap, there's going to be a bonus video, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to tell y'all about my day by the runway. So I'm going to go ahead and start off, though, with what I disliked about this season. And, or maybe I should say this for the next video. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say it now. I did not like the save that Philip Klein did at the end. The fact that Ashley Graham didn't have much of a voice this season. Drew and Law got a lot of screen time, but Ashley was kind of left to the winds a little bit. It was almost like she was just a pretty face sitting up on the panel that wanted to sit next to Tyra. They didn't give the girls much runway training or runway time. The clothing was definitely not next level fierce at all. The clothing was pretty much hideous to me this whole season. The photo shoots didn't have a lot of artistic beauty, like they have in the past. The past has been so artistically beautiful. I mean, all of these photos, I almost say I would pretty much flip past all of them if I saw them in a magazine. Or if I saw them on a billboard, I wouldn't even turn my head and look twice. That's pretty much how I felt about this whole season. Okay, so stay tuned for the end of this. If you're going to watch all the way through, I'm going to give you the updates on the other top model shows that I plan on looking at this year. Woo, okay, alrighty, so at the end of last week, Tyra tells the ladies, look, we're going straight from panel over to Philip Klein's, and we're going to do your fitting for the runway show. And she stresses again, you can be cut at any time. This is the season. You can be cut at any time, which nobody has been cut at any time during this season, but they're going to make it special for this particular episode. Shanice looks hella scared. She looked like she knows it's going to be me. And as they go through some of the photos of the girls during the season, I am simply not blown away by any of these photos. Christiana, she's won majority of the challenges throughout the season, but we already know that just because you win the challenges does not mean you're going to win the show. As they are trying on the clothes at Philip Klein's, I am remembering some of the hideous outfits that he had these girls walk down the runway in. There were a couple standouts, but that runway, the clothes were hideous to me. He's telling Christiana that she's too loose in the goose. Basically, she wobbles too much when she walks, and I think he even called her a horse, or compared her to a horse. And Christiana was like, "Did this motherfucker just call me a horse?" I mean, that's what she was thinking in her head, because she said all growing up, her family members always teased her about her weight, and they always used a horse as one of the main examples of what they compared her to. So she was feeling some kind of way about this. Gina, you know, they keep showing her in the confessionals giving blues to Shanice's walk. And I actually think that Shanice improved on her walk from the last time that we saw her. Although during the fitting, Christiana was pretty calm when Philip Klein was talking to her. She handled it like a professional. When she got back home, she broke down. She broke down. She started doubting herself. She was crying and everything. They're about to go do the photo shoot for Paper Magazine. And I'm like, oh, dear God, Drew, you and all that red, and we got all this red background behind us. This is like too much. Like a sea of red. It looked like the god doggone photo shoot got on this period or something. There's just too much red going on. Well, anyway, Drew tells them, as we stated, a contestant can be eliminated at any time during this shoot. Which, again, I said nobody has been eliminated in that manner before. So we're going to eliminate somebody right now. Who do they eliminate? Shanice. I knew it. I knew it. I said I didn't remember Shanice doing this runway show. And this is one of the reasons why I felt like I knew it. But as we see through the show, Shanice was actually in it. And I swear to this day, I still do not remember her in this runway show. And I remember the little girl that she walked down with. But yeah, Shanice is gone. Bye-bye. You're gone. You out the competition. And she was like, she knew it. She kind of felt it. As soon as Gina came back, as soon as they kept Gina, yeah, she knew that she was going to be doing it gone. And I'm just like, are y'all serious? Y'all just had elimination tonight. Or the day before, because this is now the next day. Y'all just had elimination the day before. And how about the person that got eliminated yesterday? How about they leave? That just makes sense to me. But instead, y'all want to save her ass. And what I'm thinking, this is my thought. Even though I thought that Shanice should not have been in this competition to begin with, I never thought that she was model material. I disliked majority of all her photo shoots. She never got up to the skill and the par as far as the runway walk is concerned. I just didn't think Shanice should have been in this competition. But being that Gina was eliminated twice, there is no way that Shanice should have been the one going home today. Y'all should have just eliminated her yesterday. But I think y'all didn't want to eliminate her because after Brandy K left, Shanice started to become one of the fan favorites. And y'all didn't want another Rita Ora situation. Remember when Rita Ora made that elimination and everybody was shocked as hell that she was going to do it. And then she turned around and said, you know what? My bad. We made a mistake. And we're going to eliminate somebody else. And everybody was pissed the hell off at Rita Ora. Tyra Banks was trying to not have that similar situation again. So instead of saying, oh my bad, we really want Shanice to go instead of Gina yesterday, they decided we're going to say Philip Pline saved her ass. And then now we're going to do this elimination based off of Philip Pline's suggestions. When has a guest judge ever had that much power? We're going to... I know somebody brought up before that LaToya Jackson had the power to eliminate before. But in the episode that LaToya Jackson was in, which if I'm not mistaken again, it was Cycle 11, LaToya Jackson did the entire ranking from top to bottom. And she decided on that particular one not to let anyone go. She didn't eliminate anybody. In this particular case, this person was eliminated. And because the guest judge, who we ain't had but one guest judge during the whole doggone season, which was Director X, and the only reason why he was a guest judge because they wanted to see Kyla act a fool because she was all smitten by him. That's the only reason why Director X was a guest judge. We had no guest judges this entire season. But Philip Pline decides to be a guest judge, and then he says, well, I want her to be in my runway, and y'all kept her. As you can see from this runway, all the damn eliminated contestants came back. Gina just could have walked with one of those eliminated contestants. That's what she could have did. But no, y'all just, it was some bullshit. This was some total bullshit. Anyway, Philip Pline is an asshole anyway. So they figured, you know, let people be mad at him for saving Gina. He'd take that more. He don't care. But I'm like, Tyra Lynn Banks, you full of fuck. You really are full of fuck. This was wrong on so many levels. Matter of fact, it was on such a level wrong. It was next level wrong. That's how wrong it was. Drew didn't even look like he wanted to eliminate Shanice. You could see it in his face. The emotion was written all over his face. Gina is still like, good riddance. Bye, girl, bye. You know, she should have worked on her walk. And I still am flabbergasted how many people are watching this show who still don't see how much of a bitch that Gina is. And how much of a bitch she was in comparison to Rio, Brandy K, and Shanice. All four of them women were total bitches during this whole damn season. Shanice only changed once Brandy K left the house. And then she became the victim, so to speak. But she was just as much as a bitch in the beginning as the rest of them. And Gina has been this way since the beginning. But some of my viewers act like they don't see that shit. Anyway, so... doing this photo shoot, this paper photo shoot, you know, Drew, if you ever seen Paper, has some like very eccentric styles that he wants to put in his magazine. And the wigs that the girls were going to wear were absolutely hideous, to say the least. You can clearly tell they were legs. They kind of look like those Party City plastic synthetic wigs because they didn't have any natural look to any of them, even with the big bouffants that they were styled in. They didn't look natural at all. But yeah, he said, yeah, this is the type of looks that's going to get Instagram talking. You are sure right, and I don't think in a good way. Gina, she didn't get a wig this particular time because Drew wanted to see her in her natural baldness. He thought she looks the best bald. And she looked very cute in that pantsuit. I thought that was a cute little, especially with the turquoise shoes. She looked very cute. But the face that Gina was giving to me actually was, I always talked about Rio giving the same face. In the last 4 photos, Gina has gave that same look in her face as well. She kind of wears this, I'm the bitch, you know, I'm the shit bitch look on her face. That's what she wears on her face. Almost like it's crazy glued on and she can't take it off to wear any other expression. And that's been in the last 4 photo shoots for me. Drew said he wasn't feeling the shot at all. So he changed her entire look, changed her entire set, put her in a wig, and she gave the deer in the headlights look the entire time. You know how Rio did in the shot that she won in. That's the look that Gina gave in every single still to me. And I'm thinking, oh no, she says that she knows she's 10 times better than every girl there. And I'm thinking, but yeah, you got eliminated twice. That's 2 more times more than any girl there. But the fact that they are continuously showing Gina's confessionals and continuously showing us how much of a bitch she can be in confessionals, I don't think she's going to win. And I'm going to be so happy to see that. It's almost the same as when they kept showing Rio, how Rio just built and built and built each week. And that one last week when she was just trying to dog walk everybody, that's the week she ran home. And that's what this is reminding me of. So Christiana, she's still worried about Gina. She thinks that Gina thinks that she has it. And it's making her doubt her own self. And Christiana, for me, again, rocked that shoot. She totally rocked that shoot. She managed to give different looks, different angles. She even did the deer in the headlights, but she also went to fun and flirty, had some sultriness. So yeah, Christiana did the best in that photo shoot for me. She's a model. And I noticed that Gina did not say anything about Christiana. And I only noticed it because when it came to Kyla, she had a lot to say, you know. Yeah. But, and I think what she said about Kyla was that Kyla is definitely not on her or Christiana's level. Okay. Anyway, Tyra Mail comes in and says, hey, we're going to time for the final photo shoot. So the girls pull up to, not the final photo shoot, the final runway. They pull up to the hangar. I remember this hangar. Like I said, I'm going to tell you about it in the next video. And I did not see them walk in when they came in. When they got there, Law and Drew was already in the hangar. And I was there when Law showed up. So I was very surprised that I didn't see them before. Well, because when Law came, he looked like a hot, funky mess. He didn't have on that black leather outfit. He looked a mess, child. I keep saying, this dude is the stylist. Anyway, the girls, they all brought back all the old contestants, as I stated before, to walk in this runway. And this is how Gina should have been walking in this runway to me. With the eliminated contestants. That's how she should have been walking. Everybody was coming back anyway. So Philip Plan was going to get the girl that he wanted to walk. So anyway, I couldn't understand why Kyla was pooching her lips through the whole conversation. It was almost like they injected her lips and the swelling hadn't went down or something, because she was the whole time, and it really bugged me because I kept noticing it, and she kept doing that. She had movement in him, and it really bugged the hell out of me. Tyra is back in the black and gold Amazon look that I said she had in episode 1 or 2. Can't remember what it was. And I was like, she already wore that episode. That's what she wore in the beginning. Yeah, so she wore it again. Matter of fact, all the judges had on the same outfit again. Law had on that blazer with the paisley design with the bun on top. See, they already did these looks. They already did it before. So yeah, so they got it on again. Tyra looked like the Glamazon. She was gorgeous though. She was absolutely gorgeous, especially in person. Even Stacey McKenzie, even though she looked kind of plain, she was absolutely gorgeous in person. They bring out the little girls to walk the runway. And baby, let me tell you, that little girl that had that afro, who her was kind of like mine right now, who had the afro, baby girl was walking. I said she was going to be a model when she grew up. She was walking that runway, baby. She was doing the damn thing. So, before we proceed, though, I only got to attend the runway show. We did not get to see the judge's decision at the end. So, I just want to make sure y'all knew that. I was finna say some more about it. Watch the second video. Okay, so I was sitting on the side of the runway that the judges were on, like right when they walked out. They didn't focus in on it. I know the camera hit me a few times, but they didn't focus in on it. But that's where I was sitting. So now we get to evaluate the paper photo shoot. And from here, one person is going to be eliminated. Kyla was first. She looked like a Stepford wife in that photo shoot. I loved her gaze. I loved the posture of her body. I love that picture of Kyla. Christiana, I was not impressed with the photo at all. And I love my girl. I was just not impressed with that photo at all. Her face looked too animated to me. And Law said that the photo looked like Christiana was trying to be Kyla's drunk aunt. I thought that they had a lot better pictures of her. And this surely was not it. I'm not sure why they picked this one. Drew, however, said that Christiana is the kind of girl that he wants in Paper Magazine. Tyra said she loved what she brought to the photo shoot. And then the shady cameraman panned over to Law's face and he had that whatever look on his face, like, whatever. Gina picture, Ashley said it wasn't her best. And again, she looked too sexy. However, she does see this picture in paper. Drew said that he liked the picture, and what he was not good with overall was her actual performance throughout the entire shoot. Law says that Gina's the bomb.com. I don't know what you're talking about. I just don't understand you. How can you say that this picture is not good? She looks like a broken Barbie doll. And oddly enough, when I looked at the picture, I instantly thought of Nicki Minaj. And you know Nicki Minaj thinks that she's a Barbie. So when he called her a broken Barbie doll in that photo, and that's what it made me think of was Nicki Minaj, I was like, yeah, Law, you might be on to something here. But Drew said, you know, look, I'm not talking about this particular shot. I said I liked the shot. What I didn't like was her overall performance. You weren't there. This is my magazine. And I didn't like her overall performance during that shoot. They got to a little discussion, and Tyra was like, oh my goodness, this is why we sitting here in between to buffer this. Anyway, Tyra said they already had the just discussion, so we didn't get to see the behind the scenes discussion. And Christiana was eliminated from that shot. Based on those 3 pictures, I would have to agree. If we just base it off those pictures. So, but they didn't want her to win anyway. They did not want Christiana to win. During this whole runway, they kept Christiana and Kyla in that hideous floral dress the entire runway. The floral dress hung on their nipples. It stopped right at the top of their areolas, and the fitting was not good for either one of those 2 girls. Matter of fact, Liberty, I think it looked the best in that dress. Well, Gina, she got several runway changes, y'all. Y'all only saw one on the show. She got several runway changes. And I want to say it's probably at least 4. Kyla did not do her best as far as walking. Kyla has walked better than that. Remember, she won the challenge at the Go-Sees because of her walk. She did not do her best in this particular thing. When I saw her, I thought she looked like a total amateur. Gina did do the damn thing. But every time she came down that runway, she ditched that little girl. Every time. So onto the photos. They went through all of Gina's photos, and they only went through like 4 or 5 shots of Kyla's. Kyla showed progression throughout the show, and Gina seemed to go up and down as far as Tyra was concerned. And at this point, I'm not clear on who they're going to eliminate. They think Law said that Kyla was like a blank canvas, and Tyra said that no, she is shocked that Kyla made it this doggone far. Girl, I am too, because I didn't think that Kyla was a good model either. So I'm very shocked that she made this far. But Gina, according to Law, slays every fucking time. You know what I'm saying? But Ashley says she too posy at times, and she used too much of hands, and Drew hates that. She vogues too much for him. Drew says she's good, but she ain't great, and all the others looking at him like, have you lost your damn mind? Law says that Kyla is a blank canvas again, and that Gina's gonna always be Gina. when he said that, it made me think how they were talking about Christina. Christina thinks that she knows everything and she can't be groomed into what they want her to be. And by saying that Kyla is a blank canvas, they said she's groomable. And that Gina's going to be Gina. She's going to do what she want to do every time. They've been trying to get her to tone down the sexy and she can't. It's things like that, you know. She's lived a life as a fucking porn star. It's probably hard to turn off for her. And so now they're going to pick the winner. And they go through all the photos. This was the most undramatic win that I've ever witnessed on this show. The winner is Kyla. Thank God. Thank God. Because I'm telling you, I was about to get up and walk away from the TV if it wasn't Kyla. But yeah, it was so undramatic. And I wonder if the reason why Gina didn't win is because they finally addressing the fact that she's a Playboy porn star. You know, she does the Playboy movies. She does the Playboy ads and posing. And this is the exact reason, well, not the exact reason, a similar reason that Angelia got eliminated in her competition. She was supposed to win that competition, but she got eliminated because they found out that she was being an escort on the side or whatever, you know, or she had been an escort in her previous life. So I'm just glad that Gina didn't win. So happy that Gina didn't win at all. I knew it though once I saw Drew's face when Tyra said, I think we finally had a decision. And Drew was sitting there like, thank God. I kind of felt that, yeah, Kyla had won. So congratulations to Kyla. You are Cycle 24's America's Next Top Model. Now, I have no idea if we're going to get a new season, Cycle 25. If we do, I'm going to be here for it. I'm going to come back and I'm going to judge the competition because I like talking about it. I even like complaining about Tyra. So, just give y'all a little update on the other shows. Asia's Next Top Model is going to be appearing on the Fox network. They just wrapped up their casting call for the new season. They wrapped it up 3 days ago, April 8th, or was that 4 days ago? They wrapped it up April 8th. And I can only hope the taping is underway. If you go to their Facebook page, you can see some of the models who's going to be on this year's show. And they have some gorgeous, gorgeous girls that are supposed to be competing. I have no air date for what that show is going to be on. Canada's Next Top Model. I know I mentioned this before, that Canada's Next Top Model was off the air, but they were still filming. Canada's Next Top Model ended in 2009, but what they have been doing is Canada's Top Model Search. I don't believe it's affiliated with the Next Top Model franchise, but they are currently casting. So if you are a model in Canada, or you want to be a model in Canada, you can still apply on their website for their casting, for their show. And they are accepting competitors from North America. So from the United States or from Mexico, you all can compete on Canada's Top Model Search. And if you go to their website, the application is there. No idea when that's going to air either. Then Australia's Next Top Model. It's also going to be on Fox. It's supposed to return in 2018. I think they are going to try to have males on this show this particular time. We still have no date. And I think that's going to be on Fox as well. And then Britain's Next Top Model, of course, is on Lifetime. It's been on Lifetime since 2010. And they are still currently holding a casting for their show. So if you're in the UK area or Britain, or you want to conglomerate over into Britain, you can go ahead over there to their website and apply. And you may end up on the show. So I want to thank you guys for rocking with me this season. I appreciate all the commentary, all the feedback. And please stay tuned for my day by the runway. It's going to come up right after this video. I appreciate all your support. Y'all have a good day. Hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that way you can be notified for any other videos that I may put up on this channel. And that way you'll be notified when all those new Next Top Models hit the scene. Peace.